everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Andrew Rants, the video series where I, Andrew Rhodes, stand upon my metaphorical soapbox pedestal of the world, and I bitch and complain about stuff that pisses me off, makes me wonder why, oh why, can't the world stop annoying? They can annoy me all they want, it just keeps pissing me off more! Today, I'm back to Nickelodeon again. Yes, I know, but Andrew, it's Nickelodeon. Yeah, I know. Oh, God, do I know. Look, I liked Nickelodeon as a kid, okay? And recently, I've been watching some old Nickelodeon clips and snippets and reviews based upon other things. That being said, welcome to my eternal hell. Nickelodeon back in its heyday was something to be amazed by. You had classic shows, Doug, Hey Arnold, Ah Real Monsters, Rugrats, classic Nickelodeon shows that had a purpose. You had game shows like Double Dare. What was that other show? Nick Arcade, Legends of the Hidden Temple, which mediocre, but still it was a good show for the kids. Anyway, now let's get into the mid part of Nickelodeon's heyday. Right about the 90s, the end of the 90s, they started going to help. That was with the adventation of my favorite annoyance in the world, SpongeBob SquarePants. This right here, folks, is the face of all evil. SpongeBob SquarePants. Formerly the evil I would have thought of was Ren and Stimpy, but no, he is the face of all evil. Just look at him. Look at him! This show was better than his, and it got sacrificed to save it. It met its end along with many other shows to keep SpongeBob SquarePants alive and well on Nickelodeon for 20 years. And now we're getting into the next decade. Look, it's 2020. It is fast approaching us. What does Nickelodeon have that it can actually show off? In the early 2000s, sure, they had some weird shows, but some were good. Rocket Power I liked. I thought that was an interesting show. Give me basically your surfer-esque character show dumbed down for kids. I'll take it. Cousin Skeeter. The less said about that, the better. Mr. Meaty. I liked Mr. Meaty. For what it was a good show. So many good things Nickelodeon had. Flushed down the immortal toilet. Wow. A lot of stuff down there. Yes, Nickelodeon ended so many shows, ruined so many things just to keep one main program going. The minute the ratings start to drop, let's axe a couple shows, throw on some more SpongeBob, and give them no other choice. Why don't we just get the SpongeBob channel on here and just have nothing but SpongeBob? 24 hours of SpongeBob! I hear you all weeping in agony along with me. Thank you. But anyway, with 2020 fast approaching, what does Nickelodeon actually have on its plate? Well, not much. Based upon what they actually have now, they might have one good show if they could ever get their heads out of their hamster holes and actually get on with it and do it right. But they have the Loud House, which I've seen a couple clips of and about half an episode of, and honestly, it's not a bad show. It really is something that Nickelodeon desperately needed. A fresh show. Originality. Not some yellow annoyance that goes, "I've been ready" every chance he gets, works in a fast food industry, has a penny pinching boss, pisses off his neighbor, and has a dim-witted friend that lives on the other side of the neighbor. Squidward is the only one I feel sorry for that entire show. Why? he has to live next to one annoying bastard and one annoying starfish. Take a guess which one I'd be going crazy about. But Nickelodeon has Loud House. They have Garfield now, apparently. They just like walk into the Jim Davis, animal shelter and just go, oh, I'll take this one. Look at that orange cat. Isn't it cute? It's eating lasagna. Oh, you're going to be so good for us. Come on, honey. We got ourselves a new pet for the Nickelodeon. Good. We had back at the barnyard. Less said about that, the better. But Nickelodeon took one wrong turn back in the mid-2000s. They went to live action shows. Now, with a few exceptions, there are a few. I mean, it's not unheard of. They had some back in the 90s too, but they went full balls to the walls with it in the mid-2000s, the Dan Schneider era. Lightning struck one time, and you milked its ass. We had shows in the 90s that were live action. Yes, we had many of them. Clarissa Explains It All, The Secret World of Alex Mack, the latter of which confuses the hell out of me to this day. 100 Deeds, Freddie McDowd. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Space Cases. There were a few other ones that names are escaping me of right now. Well, because of Skeeter. Less said about that show, the better again. But then we had a breath of fresh air. In the mid-2000s, we were granted a show that honestly brought upon the freshest breath of fresh air the world had ever seen. Zoey 101. Look, I'm not going to lie. I loved that show. It was a teen-centric soap opera that I could follow along. I didn't have to worry about them killing off one character and 4 episodes later bringing their ass back to life. I didn't have to worry about any of that bullshit. No. You want to know why? Because I got to enjoy it for what it was. A good show. Yes, I know. That's what makes it so great and entertaining, was that it was a good show. The Dan Schneider era began. And thus the world was doomed. Then we got shows like iCarly, Sam and Cat, Victorious. Look, I'll say this. Victorious was an okay show. Then it went downhill. Glad it got canceled. Sam and Cat was a horrible show. Enough said. Big Time Rush was an alright show for what it was. Yeah, okay, it was an alright show for what it was. But then we just had this massive upturn of live action shows. Let's go straight for the tweens and the teens that make themselves cream their damn jeans. Oh, wow, that does sound wrong when you say it, but that's what Nickelodeon was doing. We're just going to make tween-centric shows and teen-centric shows. Everything that's going to make them excited and happy. We're going to do what Disney should have done with the Jonas Brothers. And I'd like to say that that's the point where the world came to a horrid end. And we all lived happily ever after. But no, little Timmy, that's not where this story ends. Oh, no. See, with the invention of iCarly, we were granted what I like to call Schneider-rama. Crap-o-rama is a better phrase for it. Look, every single show ended up being live action, with a few cartoons thrown in. The one that I remember being SpongeBob 99.9% of the time. With some iCarly, Sam and Cat, Victorious, whatever the hell else we can throw on here. But the rest of the time, throw on SpongeBob. We don't got nothing else in the library. Just chuck him on. And that's what we had. At least Cartoon Network had some originality. when their ratings started going a little wonky in the mid-2000s, they came up with a new concept. Granted, it's doomed their ass ever since, but they came up with something. The half-assed show. By half-assed, I mean half the time. Whereas a 30-minute cartoon is now in two. Oh, well, that's wow. It's right in half. Beautiful. And one half of that's an episode. While it didn't exactly help them in the end, it came back to bite them pretty hard later on in life. Of course, they did have some 30-minute shows on, like Ninjago and Chima, Pokemon when they still had it, whatever else they were limping to the barn with. But anyway, Nickelodeon screwed themselves. Oh, thank you, computer. I'll restart it a little later. Thank you. Thank you for interrupting me. Sorry about that. My computer wanted to tell me that its update was done. Bastard. Anyway, Nickelodeon screwed themselves. Massively screwed themselves. How do they try to fix this massive upswing into the screw you territory? Let's pump out a whole crap ton of new programming as quickly as we can, see what sticks. Loud House is pretty much the only thing that's still hanging. Your entire Saturday night lineup pretty much consisted of live-action shows, one of which you made into a cartoon because I guess you want to go the opposite direction of what you've been going, which is still not helping your situation at all. Just saying. And yeah, it's screw you territory again. Now that we're looking at 2020 coming down the horizon, what do you have? What do you have anymore? Most fans consider the lowest point of your entire network was Fanboy and Chum Chum time. When you started that show, that was as low as you could get. I think you went lower at the same time. Breadwinners. Breadwinners was lower. I will watch Fanboy and Chum Chum before Breadwinners. You had Jimmy Neutron. You ditched that show because it was going to cost too much money to make. Fanboy and Chum Chum. You had Fairly Odd Parents, which you fucked up. Look, I get it, okay? I enjoyed when Poof came onto the show. That was a great addition to the cast. When you brought Sparky onto the show, Sparky should have been put out to pasture and put down in a matter of seconds, okay? Then, oh God, let me remember this for a moment, if I may. You had Chloe. I was so glad I got rid of Cable by the time she came on, because that's where you changed up the Flash animation, screwed the pooch, ruined it, and it killed the show. You had Danny Phantom, and you somehow managed to take everything good you got from that, burn it into a pile of crap, and flush it down the crapper. Way to go, Nickelodeon. What's next? Let me guess. Hold on. Let me think. Let me use my psychic abilities to see into the future. I foresee more SpongeBob. No, God, no. So much of it. Oh, God, no. There's more. Oh, God, no. At least Loud House will still be here, so provided you don't piss off the fans and ruin that show. God knows you're trying. I mean that. God knows you're trying. But you had some other shows like Tough Puppy, Bunsen is a Beast. No more that I can think of. Oh, Sanji and Craig. And they have Power Rangers. You had Digimon on for like 3 episodes, and you managed to screw that up. I just can't wrap my head around how you could screw up a network as vast as this, and we're going into 2020 with this massive pile of crap. Please tell me that somewhere along the line there's going to be a line drawn goes, the crap cannot come past here. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think Nickelodeon has royally gone down the deepest end of the bowel pit? Or do you think it has a chance to pull itself out of this, and come 2020, we're actually going to see what we should have seen for the last 5 years on Nickelodeon? Decent programming, entertaining programming, something that isn't SpongeBob SquarePants. Breathe. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been Andrew Rants. Bye, everybody.